Alice Cooper didn't just perform nightmares, he embodied them. He was rock's original boogeyman, a gothic ringmaster who brought fear, fire, and fantasy to the stage. With a live show that featured electric chairs, guillotines, blood, snakes, and shrieks, he redefined what it meant to be a rock star in the 1970s. But while audiences were mesmerized by the theatrics, few could guess the duality hiding behind the stage makeup. Beneath the mascara and menacing persona was a man on a journey far more terrifying and far more inspiring than any stage production. That man is Vincent Furnier, the preacher's son who became Alice Cooper, and then found salvation. Born into a deeply religious household in Detroit and raised in Phoenix, Vincent's early life was marked by structure, sermons, and the pressure of spiritual discipline. But by the time the rebellious spirit of rock and roll crept into his life, he embraced it like a calling. In the late 1960s, he formed a band with high school friends, naming it after a Ouija board seance-inspired alter ego, Alice Cooper. The name was innocent sounding, almost sweet. The performances, anything but. By the early 70s, Alice Cooper had exploded onto the rock scene like a Molotov cocktail. School's Out wasn't just an anthem, it was a revolution. $1 billion. Babies took them to the top of the charts. Parents were horrified. Kids were obsessed. And Alice Cooper himself was becoming more than a band. He was becoming a cultural phenomenon. A dark prince of shock rock who looked like he'd crawled out of a haunted mansion and into a stadium. His stage shows were chaotic, controversial, and impossible to look away from. But as Alice rose higher, Vincent fell deeper. Behind the scenes, the line between the character and the man blurred. Alcohol became both a crutch and a companion. He drank to cope with the pressure, to silence the noise, and eventually, to survive. Friends watched as Vincent deteriorated. His body was failing. His marriage to Cheryl Goddard, a talented ballerina, and fellow performer, was crumbling. Even Alice, the persona, was spiraling. Fame, it turned out, was as dangerous as any of the props he used on stage. And then, the unthinkable happened. Vincent Furnier hit rock bottom. Bloated, broken, and moments away from death, he checked into a hospital. He saw blood in his vomit. He saw his future slipping away. And in that moment, the real man finally took the wheel. Vincent got sober. And he stayed sober for over 40 years. That alone is a miracle in the world of rock. What followed wasn't just a comeback, it was a resurrection. He returned with 1989's Poison, reintroducing Alice Cooper to a new generation. The mascara was still there, the shock still present, but this time there was clarity behind the eyes. Vincent and Cheryl reunited. He became a father. He embraced his Christian faith, and he made peace with the monster he created. In interviews, he's open about the duality. Alice may be a villain, he once said, but I'm not. He treats his persona like a fictional character, a dark mirror he steps into when the curtain rises, and one he leaves behind when it falls. Today, Alice Cooper continues to tour, still swinging guillotines and snarling into microphones, but the man behind the madness is calm, content, and deeply grounded. He's a devoted husband who's been married to the same woman since 1976. He teaches Sunday school, he plays golf religiously. He's even helped fellow musicians battle addiction. And yet, night after night, he becomes Alice again. Because the stage is where his demons belong, not his real life. So yes, Alice Cooper sang about nightmares. But Vincent Furnier lived one and survived. He turned his chaos into art, his fear into theatrics, and his addiction into advocacy. He didn't just shock the world, he inspired it. This is the story of the monster who found redemption and the man who made peace with both halves of himself.
Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more amazing content. See you next time.